Right, so I suppose first thing I've got this ceiling on here. You see the metal work in the L sections. I took some timber off pallets, burnt it on the barbecue here, both sides, and then ran beeswax over it just up and down with a damp cloth. This way it comes out. Looks not too bad. And I finished the skylight here. Pops up with a sheet of glass out the back. There's just a bit of tin over there at the moment, just sitting there. The glass will come up and across, and that's the story there. These beams have blackened them as a structural beam right the way around here, down and across again at the front. I just blackened that using the blowtorch and the gas cylinder. So this timber post here, you can see I've sort of started the stonework at the bottom, but I'll build that stonework right up underneath here and then enclose that joint. I'm a bit worried about that bit of timber rotting inside there in later years, so don't know if you can see that bit of 100 by 100 mil box steel, and I'm going to run that, I don't know if you can see this or not, from underside of that beam down the side of the beam, and encase it in concrete at the bottom. Run another one from this beam here underneath that, and then come down and enclose the whole lot in stone. So I don't need to even worry about that, but it won't be getting wet there. It'll be covered off on the roof on the top. And then I'll run another drain out at that corner, same as like what I've done sort of over here. It'll just trickle out into like a herb garden or some very small thing coming out beyond the pillar there. I've finished this wee steel. It's a fairly heavy steel wall tie. You see the back of it there runs into the wall. So that's it there. It's not built in yet. There's the cables for these lights here. That will run up across this roof here and come down and meet in where all the other wires are going to. Just we look at the roof up above. You see the outside view of the skylight. It's popped up. I'll run the polythene when I'm ready. This bit is just sitting here dry at the moment. I have to set these all in, screw them together, and silicone them together for final assembly. But the polythene will come along and come up underneath, up the face of this skylight, and then on the outside I'll make some flashing out of tin and pop rivet that together, and I'll show you that when the time comes, nothing special. But here you can see the two, I suppose the perimeter now of the hood for the barbecue. Again, another piece of tin semicircular with the chimney coming out the top. A bit more roof to do across here, but I need to finish this brickwork, stonework first. What else? So a bit more patio done out, make it a bit bigger. So a bit of room for the table and chairs that are out of the road there. I have two slabs waiting to go in here, but I've a bit of drainage I'm doing this morning. So in here, which is, you can see the side walls, because those, under those slabs, there's about a foot deep. So the smoke comes from the stove and comes up either side, meets here and goes back down into the seat and up the chimney. But there's a drain, there's a metal drain under here. There's the exit for it at the floor level of the void under that slab. Just to catch any water that might end up in there. It'll obviously come out here. Just threw these in very roughly, a couple of capping pieces that I took off the wall up above. It'll run here. I'll just fill this with stone and put like a rough cutting vinyl slab, just set it on top and just fill that up with stone. The reason the foundation for my wall there runs a wee bit longer here, knowing there'll be a step there at some point. So I've dug underneath that. So I'll fill this all with sort of stone this size, you know. Pack it all in and the water can get away underneath there into the lawn if it needs to, but it shouldn't be any flooding up here. There's no major heavy rain and the water doesn't seem to go through these slabs, seems to run off, so that's handy, but it's just a precaution now. Put the last 2 slabs down and then that's it for now. Come back to that later, but from the edge of that slab over to the yard there, we'll put a wee bridge and there'll be water dig out around here, coming onto the bridge and around the lawn here, and then it'll spread out a wee bit onto that tree. It'll be a deeper area. We'll put some fish and stuff in there. You can sort of see through here at the minute. There's a small sort of area you can access from the back of the shed there. If we seating area, a chair, table and 2 chairs, with the edge here, and then the water, the deep water will start there, coming around, like what I said, meet here at the front again, go right round the back. So that's about it. So I just finished this, get the slabs on, and then we're going to tackle this roof and put it together finally, so that you can then get it waterproof and get the grass onto it. So I mean, I still have a facey to put on here. The facey will set up a bit higher than the slab, or than the beam, to form an edge for the sort of soil and grass on top. You know, there'll be a bit more ceiling here running into the stonework. There'll be a hood for the barbecue. There'll be a bit of facey out the front of that beam as well, so there's an edge sitting up the front to give me something to back on to retain the grass on the roof. Don't know if I'm repeating myself yet or not, but stonework will continue up into the underside of that corner there, and off the roof it'll run a drain. It'll drain off into like a wee small herb garden there, like, you know, rosemary and thyme and all that business. You know, I'm going to slab out around the back here to be watered, separating this there between like the potatoes and this area here, the edge of the slab. Come around, we've got a telegraph pole here, so just keep that on this side and follow around the back. It's a bit of a mess, but there's the glass from the skylight, that one there, and this will be a wee area as well. I'll knock the back out of that shed, and there's the back of the skylight and the beam. I'll just bring that on across right here, cut these trees all back, open that space up there, and if we sort of sitting area, there's how you access through to that wee sort of private area. Place is a bit of a mess at the minute. There's a building site, like, so get her tidied up soon.